This is the reading of the American College Dictionary. It's edited by Clarence L. Barnhart with the assistance of 355 authorities and specialists. Text edition, so you have no pictures to be worried about. To Edward L. Thorndike and Leonard Bloomfield. Contents. First, we'll begin with the Editorial Advisory Committee and special editors. And then we'll continue on page 9 to special consultants and special acknowledgments. Then, page 19, get to the general introduction by Clarence L. Barnhart. Prefaces. Selection of entries and definitions by Irving Lurch. This is on page 21. Pronunciation by W. Cable Greet. This is on page 22. Treatment of etymologies by Kemp Malone. This is on page 23. Synonyms and antonyms by Miles L. Hanley. This is on page 25. Usage levels and dialect distribution by Charles C. Fries. British and American usage by Alan Walker Reed. This is on page 28. A Handbook of Punctuation and Mechanics. This is on page 29. A Guide to Letter Writing. This is on page 33. Manuscript and Proof. This is on page 34. Proofreader's Marks. This is on page 35. Signs and Symbols. Page 36. Table of Common English Spellings. Page 39. Explanatory Notes. Page 50. No, that's 40. Oh well. A Dictionary of the English Language. 1. Colleges and Universities in the United States. Index. Editorial Advisory Committee was Bernard Blash, Leonard Bloomfield, Charles C. Fries, W. Campbell Greet, Irving Lord, and Kemp Malone. Special fields in etymology were Kemp Malone, who was in charge, Robert A. Hall, Jr., G.L. de la Vida, Zelig S. Harris, C.F. Vogelin. Synonyms and antonyms were by Miles L. Hanley, who was in charge, Louis W. Hanley, Anna Granville Hatcher. Pronunciation was by W. Cable Greet, who was in charge, Arthur J. Bronstein, Alan F. Hubble. Usage levels and dialect distribution. Albert C. Bow, Sir William A. Craig, Charles C. Fries, Mitford M. Matthews, Alan Walker Reed. Special consultants, well, there were a lot of those. A lot. Usage levels and dialect distribution. Even a very superficial examination of the language practices of native speakers in English will reveal many differences in those practices from person to person. A hasty glance at the materials gathered for the linguistic atlas of New England not only will confirm the impression one receives from casually listening to speech of those who talk English, but will furnish convincing evidence that the differences of usage among native speakers of English are much greater and much more intricate than is usually believed. These differences of English usually occur not only in the matters of vocabulary, but also in matters of grammar, and especially in the matters of pronunciation. It is these differences in the practices of those who speak English that give rise to many discussions concerning our language, and often send students and others to our dictionaries for the information necessary to understand these differences. Ever since the publication of Samuel Johnson's English Dictionary in 1755, the dictionary has been looked at, that's in quotes by the way, has been looked at and consulted as the authority, in quotations, concerning the acceptability of the words and the proper use of the word meanings. What does the dictionary say? Because the common questions in all our disputes and concerning our language. As if there were but one dictionary with ultimate authority, and as if the statements recorded in any dictionary were valid for all time. Those who ask, "What does the dictionary say?" practically never inquire concerning the publication date of the particular dictionary consulted or the qualification to have produced it. The desires for an easy, accessible authority on the part of the general public has been crafted with an enormous market for many cheap dictionaries, often produced by unscrupulous publishers who have achieved cheapness by reprinting old dictionary materials upon which the copyright has expired, adding, of course, a few of the well-known words in order to give appearance of being up to date. That was just basically the disclaimer. I could tell you about all of this stuff, but I suppose most people listening won't be interested, even though punctuations and mechanics are relatively interesting. Okay. There's a guide to letter writing, manuscripts and proof, which has a bunch of special symbols that you should use for the proofreader's marks. Like if you're just writing things. I am going to read the dictionary. A dictionary of the English language. Noun, plural. A's or as, A's or A's. The first letter of the English alphabet. 2. US, the highest mark for a school or college work. 3. Music. A. The sixth tone in the scale of C major, with the first in the relative or minor scale of A minor. B. A written or printed note indicating this tone. C. A string, key, or pipe tuned to this note. D. The fixed system of solemnization. The sixth tone of the scale called 1A. 4. From A to Z, from beginning to end. A. Superscript 1. A. Unstressed. A. Adjective or indefinite article. The doublet of an used to before words beginning with consonant sounds to mean. Well, I suppose you guys know what A is. If not, then we'll need to have a much deeper discussion about what your schools have taught you. Anyway, getting to some different things. AAA, Agricultural Adjustment Administration, or Anti-Aircraft Artillery. AAAL, American Academy of Arts and Letters. AAAS, American Association for the Advancement of Science. Aachen, German Aachen. Noun, a city in the western Germany taken by U.S. forces October 1994, 162-164. French, La Chapelle. AAF, Army Air Forces. Aalborg, a seaport in northern Denmark. 81,084, 1945. Colin. Okay. Alst, a Flemish name of Alost. Aardvark, noun, a large nocturnal burrowing mammal of Africa, subsisting largely on termites and having a large extensional tongue, claws, and conspicuously long ears. There's only one genus, Rictopus, constituting a separate order, Tubulonadentus. Aardwolf, striped hyena-like African mammal. Photolist that feeds primarily, largely on insects. Insects, not other things that may sound like Aarhus, seaport in Denmark. Lots of places in Denmark start with A, by the way. Aaron, the first high priest of the Hebrews and the father of Moses. Exodus 4:14. The reason likely that they thought that this was the case is simply because of the fact that Aaron is the first thing to occur in a phone book. Ironic. Pertaining to Aaron. 2. Pertaining and belonging to the Jewish priestly order. 3. Levitical, ecclesiastic. 4. Of the second or lesser order of priesthood among the Mormons. Mormons, however, is not an accurate term, etc. Members of the Church of Jesus Christ as Latter-day Saints. Sounds pretentious, it's not. Also, Aaronical. AAUP. American Association of University Professors. AB. In the Jewish calendar, the 11th month of the year. AB. Dash. Well, it's a hyphen, if that's what you prefer to call it. Or line. Or anything you feel like calling that thing that looks like a line. In the middle. Not the one low, not the one at top, the one in the middle. A prefix meaning off, away, from, as in abduct, abjure, also abs, ABS. A dash with a superscript from away, kin. AB, chem, alabamine. Ab, about, baseball, times at bat. AB, these are both capitals. Atrium baccalaureus, Bachelor of Arts. Able-bodied seaman, or seaman.
What was that, Jonas?
Well, you see, AB, it means able-bodied.
Able-bodied what?
Seaman, or seamen, however you pronounce the people who sail. It is. What else would able-bodied mean in terms of seamen? Aba, outer garment worn by Arabs. Abaca, a Philippine plant. 2. The fiber of this plant used in making hemp. Aback, taken aback, suddenly disconcerted. B. Of a ship, caught by the wind so as to press the sails back against the mast. C. Of sails caught by wind on the forward surface, the wind blowing against the forward side of a sail or sails instead of aft to the side. 3. Back against the mast, as sails with sails so placed. 4. Toward the back. Abacus. Noun. Plural, abacuses. Or, you could say abaci. But this dictionary is not up to date in 2019. Just a second, checking here. Says it was printed in the United States of America with the copyright, well, 1947, 1948, 1949, 1950, 1951. So yeah, it's outdated. Abaddon, the place of destruction, the depth of a ball. 2. Apollon. Revelations 9:11. It's a scripture verse, Colin. It was not wait. No, this is before. Okay, well, some dictionaries can't predict the futures because it was Hebrew for destruction. Well then, abaft, article, in the rear of, behind. 2. At or toward the stern. Abalone, a large snail of the teeniest halyards, having a bow-like shell bearing a row of respiratory holes. The flesh is used for food and the shell for an ornament, metal and mother of pearl objects. Abandon, to leave completely and finally. Forsake utterly, to abandon one's home. To give up for all concern, to abandon the cares of the empire. give up control of, to abandon the city to its kind, to yield oneself. Let's see, where was I? To cast away, to yield oneself unrestrainedly, to abandon oneself grief. La, to cast away or leave one's property with no intention to reclaim it, thereby making the property available for appropriation by any person. Meaning it's not illegal to go on abandoned property. It's abandoned. To relinquish assured property under wider in the case of partial loss, less in labor. The insurance to claim a total loss. Obsolete. To banish. That was just a short overview of the actual A thing. For example, going on later. Okay, not that. There's abscissa, math, in plane, Cartesian coordinates. The x-coordinate of a point, i.e. its horizontal distance from the y-axis, measured parallel to the x-axis. Abscission, act of cutting off, sudden termination. Did not happen in the movie, they're really bad. Absolutory, giving absolution. Absolution, the act of absolving release from consequences, obligations, penalties, the state of being absolved. 3 Roman Catholic theological, a remission of sin or the punishment, or of the punishment due sin. The priest on the ground of the authority received from Christ makes one sacrament of penance. B, formula declaring such permission. Protestant theology, a declaration of assurance, divine forgiveness to penitent believers made after confession of sins. Going on later to the B section, which is just in case you don't want to know what an appoggiatura is, which is a note of embellishment preceding another note and taking a portion of its time. And B. Beveridge. Sir William Henry, born in the he's a British economist. Beverly City, Northeast Massachusetts. Beverly Hills, a city in Southwest California. Beverly Hills has basically nothing to do with Beverly. Bigamist, a person guilty of bigamy, whereas bigamy is a crime of marrying while one has a wife or husband still living, from whom no valid divorce has been effected. So don't commit bigamy, because it's bigamist, or having 2 wives or husbands at the same time, guilty of bigamy, involving bigamy. Big Dipper, astronomical. The Dipper, well, it's a small T. Big game, large animal, especially when hunted for sport. An important visor objective. Biggin, a cat, especially a child's. British dial, a nightcap. Bigging, a building, home. Big head, an inflammatory swelling of the tissues of the head of sheep. Big-hearted, generous, kind. Beard, tulipped by tulipped as corolla. It's talking about botanically. Bilbo, usually a long iron ball. Stop. Hold. With shackles looking to confine the prisoners. Little yellow or greenish liquids secreted by the liver, aiding in digestion principally by emulsifying fats. To elnate peevishness. Want to know what a binacle is? Which is involving two eyes, a double telescope, microscope, or field glass used by both eyes at once. Okay. Now we can continue to the seas. Creaking, apt to creak. Creakily, creakiness. Cream, fatty part of milk which rises to the surface when the liquid is allowed to stand. 2. Something containing or resembling this substance as a table delicacy, a cosmetic, etc. A soft, centered confection of fondant or fudge coated with chocolate. A puree soup containing cream sauce, cream of tomato soup. The best part of anything. Yellowish white, light tint yellow buff. To form cream, to froth. To work to a smooth, creamy mass. To prepare chicken or vegetables, etc. with cream, milk, or cream sauce. To allow milk to form cream. To skim milk. To separate cream. To take the cream or the best part. To add cream to tea, coffee, etc. Creamery, an establishment engaged in the production of butter and cheese, a place for the sale of milk and its product. So milk is said to form cream. Cream of tartar is purified and crystallized steam by tartrate, used as a baking powder ingredient. Crenellate, to furnish with crenels or battlements. Architecture, to form with square indentations as well. Yes, battlements are cool. Let's see. We will go to don't. We will go to the last letter, the Z. Zirconia chemical, an oxide of zirconium, ZrO2, notable for its infusibility in making glows from Nord's lamps. Let's see. Zone. Any continuous tract or area, usually circular, which differs in some respects or is distinguished from some purpose adjoining tracts or areas, or within some certain distinguishing circumstances exist or are established. 2. Geography. Any of 5 great divisions of the Earth's surface bound by lines parallel to the equator and named according to prevailing temperatures as far as zones. Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn, and the North Temperate Zone, extending from the Tropic of Cancer.